Morning. It's another sober sunrise for me. Hopefully, it's another one for you. But thanks for being here on Sober Sunrise. It's 6:28 a.m. Monday, July 14th, and it's another beautiful day. Had a beautiful day yesterday with my son, and it's another gorgeous-looking day today. So, might as well start it off well with some nourishing, a nourishing ingredient. I actually could kind of use that. I didn't want to do this morning. I woke up and I was like, I don't want to do that. I just want to go back to bed. I didn't want to, but here I am. Let's read. Where humility had formerly stood for a forced feeding on humble pie, it now begins to mean the nourishing ingredient which can give us serenity. Yeah, that's that's true. 12 Steps, 12 Traditions, page 74. I'm gonna read it again since I botched it the first time. Where humility had formerly stood for a forced feeding on humble pie, it now begins to mean the nourishing ingredient which can give us serenity. How often do I focus on my problems and frustrations when when I am having a good day? These same problems shrink in importance and my preoccupation with them dwindles. Wouldn't it be better if I could find a key to unlock the magic of my good days for use on the woes of my bad days? I already have the solution. Instead of trying to run away from my pain and wish my problems away, I can pray for humility. Humility will heal the pain. Humility will take me out of myself. Humility, that strength granted to me by that higher power greater than myself, is mine for the asking. Humility will bring balance back into my life. Humility will allow me to accept my humanness joyously. Yeah, I agree. All right, that does it. Great reading. So I can go back to bed. No, just kidding. It's a humility this month, man. Holy moly. I was in a meeting last night where they read the Just for Today from Narcotics Anonymous, and it was all about humility as well. So, month seven, definitely all about humility, and that's good. It's good. Um, so it's back to the top. Where humility had formerly stood for force feeding and humble pie, it now begins to mean the nourishing ingredient which can give us serenity. Again, like going back to my previous videos, reframing what the word means for you is important. Humility doesn't mean you've been humiliated or you're setting yourself up to be humiliated. For me, humility means not thinking less of myself, thinking of myself less. Last night, I did not want to go to my Sunday night meeting. I really wasn't feeling it. I wasn't feeling the vibes, man. I just wasn't. I was like, I'm not getting anything out of this meeting lately. And that's when the humility hit me. I don't need to go to this meeting because of what I can get out of it. I need to go to this meeting because of what I can offer to someone else. And I did. And I went, I did my share, and I was honest. And I said, I didn't want to come tonight because I'm not feeling this meeting lately. I'm not getting anything out of it. And I said the same thing. But I came here because it's not about what I can get, it's about what I can give. And that was well received. Um, so, yeah, thinking about myself less is my definition for humility. How often do I focus on my problems and frustrations? All the time. It's just the way I am. It's the way we are. We focus on our problems, our frustrations, and then we have to snap out of that to remember that to get through our problems and our frustrations, we need to focus on other people. When I am having a good day, these same problems shrink in importance and my preoccupation with them dwindles. Yes, the same problems They don't change, they stay the same. On one day, they might seem like mountains, and on the other day, they might seem like molehills. Nothing changed except for our perspective, our attitude. Wouldn't it be better if I could find a key to unlock the magic of my good days for use on my bad days? Yeah, that's it's all up here. It's all perspective and reframing things and training ourselves to get out of our own way, to allow ourselves to be in a place where we can make those mountainous seeming problems into the smaller problems that they actually are. For me, a lot of it is I create these problems because of procrastination. And I'm like, oh, I have this thing I have to do. It's a mountainous problem for me. No, it's not. Just got to go do it, take care of it, get it over with. It'll probably take me about 5 minutes, right? I do that all the time. And now my son is taking after me. And yesterday I asked him to pick up his room. And he said, it's going to take forever. And we went through this whole thing back and forth, back and forth. And I said, if you're going to have to do it tonight at some point. You might as well just get it over with now. And he stomped up to his room and he did it. And he came down 5 minutes later. He said, I'm done. And I said, wow, that didn't take long at all, did it? And he went, no. And then he didn't have to think about it anymore. So that's just one thing for me that helps. Just try not to procrastinate so much on stuff. Just get it over with. I already have the solution. Instead of trying to run away from my pain and wish my problems away, I can pray for humility. Yeah. I don't pray. Um, my higher power and I have a different kind of relationship. Um, I give my problems to my higher power and I say, here, I have this thing. I want you to have it. Nothing. I don't really say that. I say, I have this problem and I just kind of think about it for a minute. And then I try to think about, is it a problem I caused? Is it a problem I can fix? Is it something I can control? Figure it out. If it's not something I can control, I try not to think about it that much anymore. If it's something I can fix, can I fix it right now? Am I just avoiding? So I don't pray, but praying is fine for other people. Pray for humility. Pray for the ability to think of yourself less and think of others more. Or pray for humility for whatever humility means to you. Humility will heal the pain. Humility will take me out of myself. hmm I'm curious if I looked up the definition of humility, what it would say. I'm going to do that real quick on my phone. Humility will take me out of myself. That's the key. Focus on others, and we will be inherently thinking of ourselves less. Humility. What's the definition of humility? A modest or low view of one's own importance. Humbleness. A modest or low view of your own importance. Humbleness. That's the definition from the Oxford Dictionary. So if you want to think, um, have a lower ranking of your own importance, pray for humility, ask for humility, practice humility. Once you get that realization that you're not the center of the universe, you can start to really putting your energy into other people and other ways to be helpful, to be a good person. Don't think less of yourself, think of yourself less. Humility, that strength granted to me by that power greater than myself, is mine for the asking. Humility, that strength. It calls it a strength here. I agree with it, with it being a strength. It's a tool in my toolbox, and it's one that is very strong for sure. It is a strength. Um, it really helps me put myself and my life in perspective. Humility will bring balance back into my life. Humility will allow me to accept my humanness joyously. All these things are really good things. Um, Bringing balance into my life, allow me to accept my humanness joyously, not as some kind of condition that I have that's a negative condition. No, I'm a human being. I'm a spiritual being having human emotions and human experiences. And oftentimes it's those very, very human experiences that are the most challenging ones because our spiritual beings, our spiritual sides, they just want to be joyous and free and giving and kind, right? That's just an inherent nature of our spirits. And we run into all these blocks along the way, these hurdles and these challenges, and those are the human experiences that we face. Our ego and our pride and all these things are in the way of our joy and serenity and peace and being able to give freely of ourselves to someone else. Our pride and our emotions as humans, those are the things that get in our way of being able to live that way. Pride and, gosh, pride and ego, so hard to manage sometimes. It's definitely a practice worth, practicing. It's something to work on for sure. It'll definitely help you once you get better at it. How does this relate to sobriety and recovery? When we are struggling to stay in our recovery, to stay sober, to avoid going back to the things that are easy, temporary fixes for us to get away from the emotions we don't want to feel, we're not practicing humility. We're not thinking of ourselves less. We're thinking all about ourselves and our problems. My problem, poor me, poor me. That's unhealthy thinking. That will lead back to the addiction. The crutch. My crutch was alcohol. Your crutch might be alcohol or drugs or something completely different. But when we're focusing on poor me, poor me, poor me, we go back to that place where we want to just, we know what will help temporarily. So we go back to that thing instead of facing the problems. So humility, thinking of ourselves less, modestly viewing our own importance. In the grand scheme of things, I am very unimportant. To my son, I'm very important. I'm half of his whole world. So I need to make sure that I can do all these good things and be a good person for him. In order for me to be a good person and stay sober and stay in recovery, I need to humble myself because I am not the center of the universe to anyone but him. That's just the way it is, and that's the way I want it to be. I don't want to be the center of anyone else's universe but him. So practicing this will help keep you out of that line of thinking where it's pour me, pour me, pour me, pour me a drink. That's how it relates to recovery and sobriety. Okay? So good dose of humble pie today. The nourishing ingredient is humility. Okay, that's it. Thank you for listening. Thank you for being here. And if you like the video, please use the thumbs up button. I know you know how to use it. Just click it. You find the thumb, it looks like this, and you click on it. and you go up and you find the button that says subscribe. I don't know if it's anywhere near where I'm pointing. It's probably not. Go find that button, click on that one. And there's also one that looks like a bell. You can click on that too. That way you'll get a little alert whenever I post a new video, which is every day. So, and then if you know someone who could benefit from these videos and these messages, share the video, share the channel with that person. You go up to share, you copy link, you put it in a text message, and you send it. That's it. I'll be back tomorrow. Hope you have a great day today, wherever you are, whoever you are, whenever you're listening to this. You are enough and you are loved and you can do this. I am supporting you from a distance, but my energy is out there supporting you. So I hope you feel it. I hope you make a choice today to do the best you can and practice humility and just do the best you can today. That's all you can do. Just get through today and build some momentum for the future. Okay. That's all. Love you guys. Bye.